Dynamic, articulate, perceptive, courageous, outspoken.
Welcome back to the dojo, y'all. We got another reaction, and this time is crazy. China is in panic as fecal water spreads across the country and all drinking water is unsafe. This is from the China Observer. Every now and again I check on how China's doing, and my God, them people can't catch a break. It's always some type of chaos and confusion going on somewhere in China, bro. Almost always these people are going through it, and right now they have fecal matter in their water. Like, that is disgusting. That is nasty. That is nasty as hell. Like, goodness gracious. Let's watch this, man.
On July 16th, in Yuhang district of Hangzhou, China, residents were overwhelmed.
Just give it a second.
By a foul stench the moment they turned on their taps. Some described the smell as resembling a septic tank or a dead rat. Others said it was even more disgusting than a pot of spoiled snail rice noodles.
Oh my God, they said it smelled worse than a dead rat. Man, if you ever smelled a dead rat, oh my God. Oh my God. Them subways in New York City. Oh my God, bro. Can you imagine the smell of sewage coming out your sink? Like, nah, I don't think y'all really understand. Like, the smell of sewage coming out of your sink. Like, you can't wash in that. You can't bathe in that. You can't clean nothing. You can't clean ew. Oh my God. It just hit me like shit water coming out your pipes, bro. Like, nah, yo. That's insane. Y'all gotta fix that.
Within just a few hours, bottled water was completely cleared out of supermarkets, plunging the entire city into a drinking water panic. Hangzhou has been named China's most livable city for 18 consecutive years, and has long been known for its beautiful water. But now, it's been dubbed the Sewage City.
Damn, so 18 years they was on a roll for the most livable city in China. I don't even remember what the name of the city he said it was, but yo, 18 years, yeah, they had a nice run. It's all over now. Oh my God, they changed the name to Sewage City just that fast. How quickly things can go to shit. No pun intended. Man, that's crazy.
Its reputation in ruins. A food vlogger running a restaurant in Hangzhou said in a video,
in certain areas of Renhe and Liangzhu sub-districts in Yuhan district, the tap water had an extremely strong stench. Many people described it as smelling like feces or snail rice noodles. A huge number of elderly folks rushed to supermarkets and cleared out all the purified water. I saw a lot of posts saying that sewage pipelines have been connected to the tap water system. Nearly 10 hours after the incident.
Hold on, wait. Sewage pipelines have been connected to the tap water system? Why? Why would sewage water be flowing with drinking water? Who thought that was a good idea? Did somebody cut corners to save costs? Like, I know that's big in China, cutting corners to save costs, but nah, bro. Like, your own health is at risk. Like, whoever thought to do that, like, now you fucked up. Especially if you live in that province or in that area. Like, bro, that's crazy. Sewage water has been mixed with the drinking water. The sewage pipelines have been connected. Man, hell no.
Began, the Yuhan Water Group finally gave out a rushed response. But the bad news is that they are still investigating the source of the contamination. For someone like me, who just opened a physical restaurant in Hangzhou, isn't that like the sky falling down?
A resident conducted a water quality test. Within just 30 seconds, a brand new filter cartridge had been turned brown. On the night of the incident, many residents lined up through the night to stock up on water, leaving supermarket shelves completely emptied. A driver who lives in Renhe subdistrict said, "Last night we put a piece of paper under the tap, and the water that came out still turned the paper yellow. We don't dare to drink it, don't dare to cook with it. It's getting hard to even stay at home." What made things even more frustrating was that it took the local water authority 10 hours to issue a rushed statement, merely saying that they were investigating the source of the contamination. During that time, tens of thousands of households had no choice but to use bottled water for cooking porridge, making instant noodles, or even washing up. Some residents had to travel to other districts just to take a shower, and local vending machines selling drinking water were completely sold out.
我操！我真的是热狗了。我看评论区的网友叫我包纸巾。
I saw people in the comments telling me to wrap some tissue paper around the tap, so I really did it. I left it there for less than an hour. Is this water even usable? Now it smells like bleach. That's right, it doesn't stink anymore. The foul smell is gone, but now it smells like bleach.
Some bloggers said they didn't even dare to order takeaway anymore.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. They said after the foul stench was gone, now it smells like bleach. So that means if the water's been bleached, there's bleach in the water, you can't drink that shit. Like, bro, what is going on over there in China, bro? What is going on over there? Now it smells like bleach. Yo, that's pure chaos. Like, yo, you can't do nothing if you don't have no clean water. That puts everything to a stop, bro. You can't wash yourself. You can't cook no food. You can't make no coffee. You can't use water for nothing. Bro, you need water for damn near everything. Washing utensils and stuff like that. Cleaning. Bro, you can't even clean your house because you got shitty water now. Bro, like, how does this happen? How does this happen? How does something like this happen, bro? They gonna say the sewage pipes been mixed with the drinking water. Like, who does that?
Right now, it's really making everyone feel anxious. For example, at lunchtime, I wanted to order takeaway because I didn't dare use the water at home. But then I started worrying, what kind of water are these restaurants using to prepare the food? On top of that, there's already growing panic around bottled water. I just ordered 2 large water jugs this afternoon, and the expected delivery time was 3 to 4 hours. What's even more worrying is that this time we noticed the issue only because the water smelled terrible. People could sense something was wrong. But what about the other times? Is there actually a proper monitoring system in place? Are there daily scheduled tests? So far, the authorities haven't provided any answers.
Another Hangzhou vlogger posted a video at 1 a.m.
Yeah, bro, like, these people now, they don't have any clean water to use. Who can they trust to get clean water from now? All the bottled water is gonna get bought up in a matter of hours. Everything in that vicinity is gonna be bought up in a matter of hours because everybody needs water. Everybody needs water. It takes me back to, I think it was it in Detroit, Michigan? It was Flint, Michigan. That's where it was, Flint, Michigan. They didn't have like clean water for the longest time. It wasn't sewage water, but it was like all type of chemicals and stuff in that water. Like, it wasn't safe to drink. That water was dark. But like, I don't even think they still fixed that. I don't even think they fixed that yet. And that was some years ago. I don't remember what year Flint, Michigan water crisis happened, but that was some years ago, and I don't think they ever fixed that. Let's continue.
Expressing frustration.
Honestly, I didn't want to speak up about this at first because I didn't want to cause panic. But now I'm really angry. It's been 2 days since the tap water contamination issue started in Hangzhou, and it still hasn't been resolved. It's now 1 a.m., and I've just come back from showering at a friend's place. In the middle of summer, tens of thousands of households are dealing with polluted water. What angers me is that the authorities only issued a vague notice saying there was water pollution without explaining the source of the contamination.
Damn, so they got these people in the dark. They got these people in the dark not knowing what's in the water, how it happened, how they gonna fix it. Nah, they just hanging on a wing and a prayer, hoping that the water get cleaned at some point, bro. That's horrific. That's a torturous way to spend your days, not knowing if you ever gonna get any clean water, and then you constantly gotta buy. Oh my God, you constantly have to buy water, bro. White gold, clear gold. Shoot, man. I need to take me a little break. I'm gonna be back in a minute. I'll be right back. You won't even notice I'm gone. I had to take me a moment, man, because this is just a little bit too much. Like, I can only imagine what these people are going through over there in China. Like, this is insane. Let's continue, man.
No emergency water supply point set up. They just told us to let the tap run to flush it out. We've already been buying our own water for 2 days, and the water is still yellow and smelly. How long are we expected to put up with this? There are rumours online saying it's sewage, and while I don't want to spread anything without evidence, I looked it up. Municipal sewage and tap water are supposed to have separate pipeline systems. I want to believe it's just a rumour, but my home is in the affected area, and the reality is the water is yellow and it reeks. Several resident owners have ended up hospitalised with gastro and fevers. Even 2 of our pet fish have died. Are we supposed to drive to another district just to get water? We are boiling porridge and instant noodles with bottled water. I don't dare to eat breakfast or even brush my teeth unless I use bottled water. How long will it take for the contaminants in the pipes to be fully flushed out? We don't even know if anyone is actually working on this issue. For something as urgent as citywide water crisis, why has the response been so slow and careless? We've already gone through 4 large water barrels. Our pre-filters and water purifier cartridges are all ruined. The only official response was a waiver of 5 tons worth of water charges. And to top it off, the posts and videos that my friends in nearby neighbourhoods put online, they've been taken down or restricted across platforms.
Damn.
So I'm so angry.
Damn, so they trying to stop the spread of the information going around. They really sitting here trying to block people from telling people what's going on. Bro, that's insane, man. Yo, China is a whole different animal. Like, we gotta be lucky over here in the U.S., man. Because if you want to know if things would be worse, what it would be like, man, try living in China, bro. You can speak all the Mandarin, whatever you can speak. But, bro, try living over there, man. Dealing with what them people gotta deal with. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, man. I swear I wouldn't.
I don't even know whether to laugh or cry anymore.
Ironically, the video voicing these complaints were soon taken down as well. On July 19th, the Yuhang district government released a statement claiming that the sewage water narrative was a rumor and that the foul odor was caused by sulfur compounds produced during the anaerobic decomposition of algae. However, the notice failed to explain why the tap water was yellow and murky, nor did it provide any test results to support the explanation. Far from calming public concern, the statement only triggered even greater skepticism. Some netizens revealed that both inside and outside Zhejiang province, testing agencies were immediately refusing to accept water samples for analysis as soon as they heard they were from Hangzhou. Hangzhou residents also discovered foreign substances inside their tap fittings. This led netizens to question, if algae were really the cause, then how do you explain these unidentified materials? On July 20th, a netizen used a 400 megapixel camera to capture highly detailed images of a tap water filter from Hangzhou's Liangzhu area, subtly implying that the debris might contain food waste and even traces of human feces. What's even more alarming is that some users revealed local food processing factories could not afford to shut down their water supply, meaning the contaminated water may have already made its way into the national food supply chain.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So they cooking with that water at restaurants. Oh no, bro. People are gonna get sick. People are gonna be hospitalized. Oh my god, this is just chaos, bro. Pure chaos. You got fecal matter in the water. You got all type of contaminants in the water. Then they talking about it smell like bleach. Like, you can't just bleach. Man, you gotta purify all that water, bro. Bro, how do you fix a situation like this? How do you fix a situation like this? Man, they gotta shut down they gotta shut down everything and start over from scratch, bro. They gotta purify all the water that's coming through them pipelines. And then separate the lines, like, because it said that they had put the two lines, the sewage line and the tap water line together. Like, bro, y'all gotta separate that shit immediately. The source of the contamination, y'all already know what it is. Go ahead and take care of it. Like, you got these people going through hell over there, man.
The tap water contamination in Hangzhou is especially concerning because there are food processing factories in the area. Ordinary people can at least buy bottled water in an emergency, but those factories aren't going to shut down. That means the products they're making, like beverages and instant noodles, could end up being distributed nationwide. It's no longer just a local issue. I myself might end up buying food produced in Yuhang District, Hangzhou. On the evening of July 21st, even after finishing work, Hangzhou residents continued driving to the outskirts to collect water, clearly showing a lack of trust in the official narrative. On July 22nd, Hangzhou police announced that a netizen had been criminally detained for allegedly spreading the so-called sewage water rumor.
Oh my god, bro. And now people are gonna be penalized and incarcerated for telling other people what's going on with the water in Hangzhou. Bro, these people cannot catch a break, yo. It don't matter where they turn. They always got an opposing force keeping them in check, keeping them in place, bro. Can you imagine living like that, bro? And that's what's coming here. That's what's coming to the States, man. Little by little, that's gonna start happening over here. We're gonna start having to deal with overseers and people telling us we can't say this and we can't say that. We already had a little bit of it with the fact checkers during COVID. It's only gonna ramp up. It's only gonna get worse.
Move that sparked widespread controversy. On July 23rd, authorities released testing results claiming that no coliform bacteria had been detected. According to the official statement, sulfur compounds in the water, known as thioethers, can produce a garlic-like, swampy, or putrid smell even at very low concentrations. They attributed the incident to a combination of environmental factors, saying that recent high temperatures and rain runoff had caused a rapid growth of algae, which then entered the water intake system. As for the yellowing and murkiness of the tap water, authorities explained that it was caused by sudden changes in water flow velocity, which dislodged rust from the iron pipe walls. The official statement...
They got so many different excuses as to why this shit is happening or what caused it. And none of it's believable. All this shit sound bullshit to me, bro. Every last statement they came up with and said in response to what happened with the water, all of it sound like total BS, man. And that's why people is buying water from wherever they can find it. Yo, when you don't have clean water, bro, that's a recipe for disaster. You don't have no clean water.
It also mentioned that 7 officials had been held accountable, but the consequences were limited to internal warnings or party disciplinary notices, with no names released to the public. However, many Chinese were largely unconvinced by the explanation. Many flooded comment sections with sarcasm and ridicule, while others continued pressing for a clear answer. What exactly were the thioether compounds mentioned in the earlier report? Meanwhile, some independent content creators complained that their uploaded water test videos had been taken down.
And see, they trying to keep people from talking about this. They trying to keep people from talking about this, so people just quietly pass away because of this water crisis. Like, bro, that's so corrupt. That's so foul. Like, I almost can smell the water from here, bro. I almost can smell the water from here, bro. And they not letting these people talk about it. See, that's the thing about China, bro. They run by the communist, what is it? Chinese Communist Party, the CCP. Bro, don't nothing get past them people, bro. Anything that goes online, they can delete it, they can remove it. Like, it don't matter what you say. If the CCP don't want it to come out, it's not gonna come out. The whole rest of China is gonna be believing that everything's fine and hunky dory in what was it, Hangzhou? Man, bro, this is crazy. How are these people gonna live, bro? How can people like this
The
live?
quality inspector sighed helplessly on Douyin, saying,
现在是北京时间22:52。
It's now 10:52 p.m. Beijing time. I have to post this video after midnight. Otherwise, it'll almost certainly get taken down. Is it really so hard to just drink clean water and talk about water contamination? The vlogger went on to point out that tap water must meet national quality standards before it can be supplied to households, and by definition, it should not have any foul odor. That's why he found the official claim that thioethers were produced by algae decomposing under specific natural climate conditions highly questionable. He noted that water pollution incidents have occurred frequently in Hangzhou in recent years, and asked, is it always special weather each time? If that's considered special, then what about cities like Shanghai, Suzhou, or Changsha? Don't they experience similar weather conditions too? He went on to explain that the foul smell likely came from massive blooms of blue-green algae, cyanobacteria, which, after dying, were broken down by anaerobic bacteria, produced.
See, another excuse. How many excuses are they going to make? How many explanations are they going to give for this one issue? That's how you know it's bullshit. They keep coming up with another explanation, another excuse as to why the water smells like this or the water looks like this. You only need one explanation and let that suffice. But because people don't believe in that bullshit that they selling them, they're going to always come up with a different idea of what's really going on because y'all can't tell the truth. That's another thing.
Producing pungent compounds such as dimethyl disulfide, which smells like a public toilet. He speculated that only when algae grow and die off in large quantities can such a high concentration of thioether compounds be produced, enough to create a noticeable stench. So why did the algae bloom so explosively? He suggested that the cause was probably excess nitrogen and phosphorus in the water, and likely triggered by industrial wastewater in the surrounding area. These sulfur-based compounds have extremely low odor thresholds, meaning even tiny amounts can be detected by smell. In theory, a major algal bloom should be predictable in advance, but he doubted whether the local authorities had any real monetary capacity to detect it in time. The vlogger also pointed out, if the tap water still smells bad even after filtration and disinfection, then the quality of the raw water must have been extremely poor to begin with. He questioned whether the authorities were trying to shift the blame onto natural disasters or environmental factors, rather than acknowledging human negligence or regulatory failure. Another vlogger also questioned the official notice, saying,
首先给杭州一个方区。
This notice feels like it was written by a chemistry expert. If you don't have a background in chemistry, you won't understand a word of it. And I'm a liberal arts student. I understand it even less. What does anaerobic degradation of algae under specific natural climate conditions and thioether compounds even mean? Did you understand it? The vlogger went on to say that the authorities kept emphasizing the issue of odor, but what people are seeing is yellow water, sediment, and visible grime on filters, things that can be clearly seen with the naked eye. So how do you explain that? He asked.
最近杭州确实很热。
On July 23rd, a Hangzhou-based vlogger working in the tap water industry posted a video expressing doubt over the official explanation, saying it was hard to believe. He pointed out that the authorities' statement was deeply unsettling. In his view, the problem most likely originated at the water source, not during the distribution process, because tap water pipelines are highly pressurized, making it virtually impossible for external contaminants to seep in. From an operational systems perspective, he believed the more plausible cause was algal overgrowth at the water source, leading to contamination. He gave the example of a similar incident in the United States, where algae had polluted a water supply. But in that case, US authorities publicly released actual photos of the water treatment facility, showing that the reservoirs had turned visibly green. By contrast, in the Hangzhou incident, officials drew conclusions without presenting any evidence, and they failed to offer a timely clarification or apology. This, he said, left him feeling disappointed. Hangzhou has always claimed to be a livable city, but livability isn't just about tidy streets, nice greenery, polished facades, or beautiful landscapes. Water is the source of life. If there's a problem with that, then in this scorching heat, no one can guarantee the everyday life of ordinary people. And in that case, you really can't blame anyone for all the rumors flying around. Chang Ping, a former Chinese journalist and current affairs commentator, wrote in a German media outlet that the local authorities' handling of the incident is repeating the traditional playbook seen in China's past food safety scandals. What you swallow may be toxic, but speaking out about it is a crime. Any account that contradicts the official explanation risks being labeled as rumor spreading, and the police will swiftly step in. Zhang argued that a government that controls everything and strictly censors speech cannot be considered a responsible one. Netizens also revealed that this wasn't the first water contamination incident in Hangzhou. In fact, back in 2020, the village of Hubu in Xihu district experienced a serious case where sewage was connected to the tap water supply. Around 1,600 villagers ended up drinking kitchen wastewater, leading to cases of diarrhea, skin rashes, and even illnesses among children. Netizens also dug up data showing that the main drinking water source for Yuheng, the Quanxi Tiao Creek water intake, had already recorded multiple instances of fecal coliform bacteria exceeding safety limits between April and June. In June alone, the count reportedly reached 16,000 colony-forming units per liter, far exceeding China's Category 3 water quality standard of 10,000 per liter. In other words, signs of water quality issues had already emerged months earlier, but the public was never informed. This incident has also brought renewed scrutiny to a controversial infrastructure project known as the 3-in-1 water system. According to online revelations, back in 2019, Gao Weixing, then party secretary and chairman of the Hangzhou Yuhang Environmental Water Affairs Group, spearheaded a smart city initiative to combine supply water, rainwater, and wastewater pipelines into one integrated system.
No, can't. You gotta keep all water separate from each other. You gotta keep all water separate. Unless you're gonna purify it all in one place, you gotta keep all that water separated. That water cannot cross-contaminate. It cannot mix. Only purified water should be coming through the pipelines. And y'all talking about a 3-in-1 water system where all the water flows together. Man, hell no. Get out of here. What kind of nonsense is this?
Even received Zhejiang Province's Top Water Governance Award, the Dayu Tripod, for this innovation. However, experts had long warned that such a system carries extremely high risks, and that there are almost no successful international precedents. Any misconnection or system failure could result in large-scale drinking water contamination. At the time, the key political figure pushing this project in Hangzhou was Zhou Jiangyong, a high-profile member of Xi Jinping's political faction, who later fell from power in a major corruption scandal. His colleague Xu Liyi, then mayor of Hangzhou, was later transferred to Zhengzhou City, where he was dismissed for his role in the 2021 Henan flood disaster, the 720 tragedy. Both officials were known for prioritizing image building and performance-driven projects, which ultimately led to severe consequences. Now, many netizens suspect that the recent toilet water crisis may be linked to this 3-in-1 political achievement project. However, the official statements make no mention of this, instead focusing primarily on cracking down on so-called rumors, which has only deepened public distrust. On July 3rd, a drinking water contamination incident has also occurred in Shijiazhuang City, where a large number of residents reportedly experienced symptoms such as high fever and diarrhea. Despite public concern, the CCP authorities have yet to release any official water quality testing report, prompting residents to demand accountability and answers. However, information related to the incident has been heavily censored. In Peixing Town, Dianjiang County, Chongqing, a tap water contamination issue has also surfaced.
That water is black. That looked like coffee. That water pouring out that pipe like that. That looked like straight coffee, man. And that's coming out your pipes? When you want to take a shower, that's what's coming out? Nah, bro.
On July 19th, a viral video showed black liquid flowing from residents' taps. One local netizen claimed that this foul-smelling water has plagued the villagers for years, yet no one has ever been held accountable. Some netizens also revealed that between March and June 2021, residents in Nansheng District, Shenzhen, unknowingly used tap water contaminated with fecal matter for drinking, cooking, and bathing over a period of 2 months. It wasn't until many people developed symptoms such as diarrhea and skin rashes that the source of the problem was finally discovered.
So people had to get diarrhea and skin rashes before the problem got solved. People gotta go through all types of hell before the issues get taken care of. Bro, what is going on in China? What is going on in China? Y'all can't fix this problem. It shouldn't have happened in the first place, but y'all can't even fix the issue. I wonder how long this has been going on, man. I wonder how long it's been like this. Because this ain't just happened. This video was posted a day ago. So this has been going on for probably like a month or two. I can't remember what dates he was saying, but I was just paying attention to what that water looked like, and it looked crazy as hell. Got black water, brown water, yellow water. All water but clear water. Like, it's crazy.
As early as 2012, the BBC reported that there were widespread issues with the quality of drinking water in China. The report stated that in 2006, China's Ministry of Health had introduced drinking water standards even stricter than those of the EU, but not a single city has met the standard for direct consumption. Even Beijing, which is said to have the best water quality in China, had to install a 3-stage filtration system at the Water Cube National Aquatic Center during the 2008 Olympics to bring the water quality up to Western swimming facility standards. After the fecal water incident in Hangzhou sparked public outcry, people across China began scrutinizing the water quality in their own homes. Netizens in Fujian, Anhui, Guizhou, and other provinces started posting photos and videos showing yellowish or cloudy tap water, questioning, is this really the water we're expected to drink? On July 23rd, a netizen from Jinan City, Shandong Province, filmed murky tap water. Residents in Yangjiang City, Guangdong Province, revealed that since July 2nd, the tributary of Nalong River flowing through the Tianpan area of Nalong Town has been contaminated. They said even dogs refused to drink the water after it was polluted. One resident shared...
I heard him say July 2nd. We at the very end of July. It's almost August. And yeah. So it's been going on for over a month. This has been going on for over a month, and these people don't have no clean water. And I heard there was crazy temperatures out there in China. Like, it was over 100 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's like over 100 degrees out there. It had the streets burning hot. You could cook an egg on the street, man. It was literally that hot outside. The streets was burning. The asphalt's all torn up. Dogs can't even walk on the street normally. They sitting there running and hopping and shit. I seen all that, bro. China can't catch a break, man. China always going through something.
That they called the government for 2 consecutive days to report the issue, but no one answered the phone. In addition, between July 18th and 20th, Hengshui City of Hebei Province and Dingxi City of Gansu Province also experienced abnormal water quality issues. An ex-platform vlogger disclosed that on July 20th and 21st, a mass protest erupted in Qianliang Lake Town, Junshan District, Yuanyang City, Hunan Province. Local residents were angry because the crematorium of the Qianliang Lake Funeral Home was located close to the city center, less than 100 meters from the local water supply company. They feared that the emissions and wastewater from the crematorium could contaminate the water source. Many residents joined the protest, but they were violently suppressed by the police, with reports indicating that some were even beaten. In recent years, China has seen...
Damn, some people got beat for going to that protest? See, that's what I'm telling y'all. It's a whole different animal over there in China, bro. They don't play with them people, bro. They tell them people what it is, and them people gotta abide by it, bro. Them people really don't have no freedom like we do. We take all this for granted.
Frequent incidents of tap water quality problems. But this recent outbreak is more concentrated, attracting significant attention and raising health concerns. Independent environmental researcher Huang Tong pointed out that rural areas and urban-rural fringe zones in China face a major issue: lack of effective buffer zones around water sources. He explained that during the rainy season, animal manure, industrial wastewater, and even household waste could leach into the water.
What is that
And
purple?
combined with the generally...
That water is purple right there. What the hell is that? How you get purple water? That's not Kool-Aid. How do you get purple water? That is not Kool-Aid.
low levels of water treatment in many areas, the pollution ends up directly affecting the drinking water for residents. Huang Tong stated that such incidents are not isolated, but rather the result of a long-standing systemic issue that has exploded all at once. He pointed out that many water supply companies are funded by local authorities, and when faced with aging equipment, rising chemical costs, and dilapidated pipelines, local authorities often have insufficient funds. This has even led to cases of unpaid wages for employees, making it impossible for them to ensure clean drinking water for the public. Huang pointed out that CCP officials have long ignored the state of water treatment facilities, and when it comes to illegal wastewater dumping by companies, they turn a blind eye. This is a reflection of systemic mismanagement within the governance structure.
Well, that's basically it. But man, can you imagine what that's like? You don't have any clean drinking water. You don't have any water to clean yourself, any water to wash dishes or clean up the house or wipe something down. Like, you gotta constantly go somewhere for bottled water. And then they bought up all the water in the city. Now you gotta drive to the outskirts in another town over just to get some water, making it like an hour drive to get the water, an hour drive back just to take a shower. And this after work, this after hours, you cutting into your regular day. So it's a lot of chaos going on over there in China right now. I'm thankful I'm living where I'm at, but still, man, I don't wish this chaos on nobody in life, man. I don't wish this kind of... Man, did y'all see that water? That shit was disgusting. I had to look into this, man. Like, this shit was just insane, but that's pretty much it, y'all. Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, guys. Toodaloo.